Hello again, everyone. My name is Jose Matos, and today I'm doing my last speech. I'll be doing a self-evaluation on my progress throughout the month and the different things that I've learned here in this class. Before this class started, I thought it was probably going to be a little bit easier than it turned out to be. I was always kind of confident in my communication skills with friends and family, of course, and maybe meeting new people or day to day activities and interactions with people, but never really speeches with people in front of large audiences. Like I mentioned in week one, the only time I had ever done some experiences like that was in debate class, which was back in sixth grade. And it was a little bit similar, talking a lot in front of classmates. However, I did have a little bit of performance experience. It was actually a funny story. I originally intended just to be a tech building sets, but being kind of a class clown and doing a funny audition, the teacher actually liked me, put me in the play, and I ended up having to. Throughout the month, I faced a lot of different challenges throughout the weeks. In the first week, the biggest challenge definitely was getting over the um, but with some feedback from the teacher, she gave a lot of good points on how to better yourself, things like posture, lighting, just simple things that could make your speech a lot better, and also voice dynamics and things like that, and kind of gave a good basis on where to start on improving myself. Week two was a little bit of a different challenge. We started visuals, and that to me was kind of the biggest challenge for me for the month. I honestly had to be progressively changing the way I was doing it. I did learn a lot. We learned a lot from Nancy Duarte and Gar Reynolds. From them, we learned simplicity before, and to go more with slides that just kind of help your speech go along. I still don't think I've perfected this. I still kind of make slides that are just kind of saying what I'm saying at the same time, so they're just kind of there for no reason. Uh, However, as the time goes on, hopefully I can improve on this. We also did learn a little bit from Sir Ken Robinson, which was very interesting on TED.com, which is actually one of my favorite sites that I've been watching for about a year now. And he really showed to me the best example on how to give a speech and be very personable and human. And even his visual speech was very, very interesting and definitely was very eye catching and helped his idea get along and definitely helped it instill into people's minds and want to continue to pass the information. In week three, my biggest challenge was the industry professional video. In this video, we started citations, and on top of that, we started researching. And I also started to experience a little bit of technical issues. This was very weird to me because these were issues that I wasn't doing anything different from the first 2 weeks, but yet they started coming in and there were little glitches, and I had to learn to be prepared for anything. I mean, something as simple as exporting or, you know, uh, converting a file definitely started putting audio out of sync or messing up the slide timing or something like that. So I mean, it was a learning experience as I went along. This last week has gone pretty smooth. The pitch for me went very well, uh, but I did also still experience a little bit of technical difficulties. So I'm still kind of working out some of those kinks. The biggest challenge, aside also from visuals, was really the nervousness. Even now, I'm a little bit nervous, and it's kind of hard to get used to it. However, practicing the speeches and doing it a few times and writing yourself maybe little pointers and keywords kind of helps it go along. The audience and my classmates, I guess, responded pretty well to my speeches. They, for the most part, liked my speeches. They gave good feedback. Um, they mostly gave feedback on the same kind of feedback I gave, which was just kind of things like lighting or maybe how they're dressed or little points. I'm pretty sure everyone was more concerned on their own speeches and working on their own problems, so everyone kind of, but it was pretty good. And I gave written speeches, evaluations to my classmates' speeches, and I tried to tell them as best as I could, where they could maybe have improved their speeches. My favorite project was the industry professional one, although I had a lot of technical difficulties during that project. I did get to learn a lot about my favorite industry professional and actually got to learn a lot more than I ever knew about him, and kind of took my respect for him to another level. And at the same time, I got to do a project on him, which was pretty cool. My least favorite was the Ignite. Since I had so much trouble with visuals, and that was the first time doing visuals, like the first week, I really struggled with the visuals, and I got a lot of critique on my slides, but it did overall improve my slides in the next couple of weeks. So it was a good week learning experience, you know. But the biggest challenge, I guess I would say, was again, aside from the visuals, just nerves. It was a lot harder than I thought, being a talkative person and a clown and the kid who's always trying to tell the detailed story in a funny way of what happened last night to everybody, and doesn't have a problem kind of being a ham sometimes. When it was the camera in my face and it was time to give a speech on something specific, I kind of choked up. And but I think it was my perseverance in the end, and uh, ability to look back on what was critiqued on my speeches and try to improve on those, that really did help me in the end. When I started this class, I would say I was about 2 or 3 out of 5, and I think maybe I'm a 3.5 or 4 now. I definitely wouldn't say I'm a 5 if I were to say Sir Ken Robinson was a 5. If that's the case, then I'm definitely like a 3.5. But that was pretty much how what I learned throughout the month. I had a lot of great learning experiences with speech, preparation, practicing, etiquette, uh, production as far as like lighting, backgrounds, editing, technical difficulties. I mean, it really was an overall learning experience in all kinds of unexpected, really, areas that I had to work and focus on. And it was a good experience. And in the end, I would say I really enjoyed the class. So I hope everyone else enjoyed the class as much as I did. And I'd like to say thank you to all of you for all your critique and your help, and especially you, Miss Halter, who gave a lot of good critique and conducted the class. And thank you guys very much. I hope to see you guys around campus. I wish everyone the best of luck. Thank you guys, and have a great night.